My name is Anna Moreno, and I'm a production design major at Columbia, Chicago. Some of my favorite experience at Columbia is definitely working on set, especially in the art department because that's primarily what I do. But it's just so fun to work with the same people because the art department is pretty small and is pretty tight-knit. So we all kind of bring each other on different projects. I met a lot of my best friends that way. Being on set is the best part of Columbia. It's usually why people come here. Columbia has made me the person that I am today, I guess, in terms of confidence. It made me realize that you really don't need to know much. You just have to be willing to try. And also, it's just such an exploratory school where you really can try anything that you want without any consequences. But I think also it helps you a lot with communication because you're constantly working in groups with other people too. So it also teaches you to understand other people's work ethics and how you can communicate with them and work with them and disperse work. In terms of how COVID has impacted learning at Columbia and just how the art department works. One, the importance of making digital models and 3D models we learned in the SketchUp class has been so important, especially for my practicum. I was actually shocked to see how close my practicum was to my model. I learned a lot about how to build a set by building a model because you really have to get it right. Whereas before we were using the models as oh, furniture can go here and look like that. But when it comes to building a set and not being able to just come into the school whenever you want, you actually have to sit down and be how am I going to construct this? Also, I think the pre-pro work has changed in terms of how I buy things. We buy a lot of things online now. And I've gotten really good at determining if the sizing of objects or is this gonna be the right color because online color is stupid. But I think it's changed a lot of how we meet with each other, obviously. One benefit of Zoom is that everyone is on their computers already. So during art department meetings, we're able to collaborate in a way where we couldn't necessarily before, where anyone could share their screen and say, how about for this, you could try that, or you could do this idea instead. Sign up for not necessarily as much as you can because don't make yourself crazy. I feel that's a mistake that we all make. To put yourself first and your health first. None of us are getting paid, so it's not worth being stressed out over someone else's project. It's all just a learning experience. Don't be afraid to ask questions too. Ask as many questions as you need to. When I came to Columbia, I felt nervous about asking questions, but there's no reason to. Try as many different jobs as you can and go into as many different departments as you can because it helps you to know how each department works, and that way you're able to communicate more effectively with everyone. I would also say go to as many Columbia events as possible. There are so many great seminars that happen. Especially for the art department. I got to meet Adam Stockhausen, who's the designer for Wes Anderson. He came to Columbia and did an in-person talk. There's so many cool things that Columbia has to offer that you can miss out on, and don't miss out on it because you're paying for it. So use it.